morning, Danse. It's nice to be back. Wanted to catch up on some stuff. You document your research, or those that just go out. What do they really do? Do they spend the time out there and excuse me. Okay, I'm just going to keep this burning. So if any bad energy comes in, it will not be floating around. So, Tanse, hola, ¿cómo estás? How is everyone? Good morning, Finny. Blessings, blessings. I am doing well. I have received a card from Sangha. Everybody knows him as Biggie from the Great Outdoors. Sangha and Alicia, they sent me a thinking of you card and appreciation. And that just warms me up. I'm ready, very, very thankful. Very thankful. I've gotten some emails checking on me. Hope I was doing well. And that if I can continue praying. I've been praying for everyone that had, asked me to. So I know it's very important to continue these prayers because it is very heartwarming for us. Robin, Danse, sweetheart, how are you, my love? I wanted to touch bases with everyone. How do you document your research? And do they allow you? Do you feel them, see them? Do they hear them? Danse, CP, how are you, darling? And then two, I'm going to speak about some groups. I know that there's been, everyone belongs to a lot of groups, and that is fine. I just want to get some clarification because I'm not interrupting any groups. I'm not bad-mouthing any groups. And as it is, I stay away from the drama. So, in this chat, this live, or any of my lives, everyone is welcome, as long as they're positive. If they've got some evilness or ugly thoughts, shoo. You're not welcome here, because I want this group to be very, very, very positive. And I have felt for the past month a lot of negativity. So, and then with all the hate mail and stuff, it takes a toll on emotional. And I had let my emotions get a little underway with that. I think because how I have to make sure everyone is better, wild tongues. And I'm going to still continue doing that, but I'm not going to focus just on that. I want to continue focusing in helping those in prayers and understanding the Sabi, Sasquatch, Sadangas, the dogman, the cryptids, entities, paranormal, um, things like that. And, everything takes a lot out. And then also, too, a lot of, I've gotten emails saying that, they lost both their parents. Um, there's been fires in the homes, or someone committed suicide. Those, I want to pray hard on those. When this one couple came to me and said that their son was so upset and went up in the mountains. In fact, it was the Ohio mountains he went up. And he was yelling, "Bigfoot, come get me, I'm ready." And he waited there like for 2 days. He contacted his mom and says, "I don't really have service. I just wanted to let you know I love you." And I told her, "Would it be okay if I mentioned this on my live?" She said, "Yes." Because there are a lot of people that go to Ohio and do research out there. And he gave his life. He said there was no such thing as Bigfoot because he couldn't find him for 2 days. And they left his car down by the road. And they just barely found him. It has been about a month now that they had found him. And I'm really surprised Ohio News hasn't hit it about it, because I've known this already for a while, and I was really praying that they would find him and he would still be alive. People that are going through so much trauma or so much hate in their lives, they need prayers. They need someone to talk to. They really need to. It's hard for that person to reach out, and many people don't understand that. Sometimes they don't know how to reach out. Okay. Because I asked one of our relatives that does live that way, and she said that they didn't hear anything, but there was some talk at some gas station about a kid. Well, he's not actually a kid, but that's what they were calling him a kid. He was about 22, and that's really sad. Life was just beginning for him. So, and I want to, let people know that you really, really, really need to be careful. If you need to speak to someone, there is numbers in your neighborhood, or call somebody that is really close to you, and or talk to someone that won't judge you. Yes, going out to the woods to talk to the creatures is fine, but making sure that your head is not in the wild place. The Tongas, Sabis, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the hairy man in the woods or mountain, they can sense it. Even the aggressive ones, they can sense it. But to actually go and do this, there was a letter in his car that what he was doing, because he had heard from other chat rooms and groups, channels, about they didn't want to take him on because he was too, he didn't believe in it or he was too rough. And that really got to me. Well, hmm. Uh, let's see. Robin says, oh, it's yes. Ohio is one of the top 10. Um, there is a lot that others don't. They say they're not there. Believe me, they are. They're a lot wider than us, you know. Um, and then someone said, well, how much do they weigh? Well, they can weigh from 500 to 1,500 pounds. The one that I know that is very close to me, she's maybe 900 pounds. And she's very tall. And that is my clan. That's Orba. But many other people don't understand. So if you can communicate with your clan, that's wonderful because they can teach you if you have been listening. Again, I do want to give my condolences. And she said she was going to watch. And she has been watching me for a couple months, she said. It has helped her to try to talk with her son, and they would watch together. And she said that all these channels these people have, they talk about, Bigfoots and Dogman and Lizard Man and the the Wingalow, the Rake, and then she was saying something about a hybrid wolf. He says, he was documenting all this down, and she didn't understand why he was doing it. Now, couple reasons. Either someone was giving him false information and he took it the wrong way, maybe, and wanted to look for himself. That is hard. But like I said, how do you document your stuff? Do you get a book like this, fill in your documentations that you have in this area on this day, this time, this is what happened, and then you go back another day and write down the same thing? Or is it, oh, nothing happened in this area? Because you need to claim your errors, just for you, not for somebody, but maybe for your channel or just for you. This is area A, area B, or 1 and 2, things like that. But if you have activity around, then observe it. Don't be afraid. Just observe it and accept it. Most of the time, you will see many Satangas, Bigfoots. I'm just going to say Bigfoot because a lot of Bigfoot people, what is Sitanga? So I'm just going to say Bigfoots. When do you see Bigfoot? Well, that's if they want to be seen. Because believe me, they blend in with the trees, they blend in with the leaves, the bushes, and sometimes they can be right next to you, right in front of you, or like I am from the camera, 2 feet away. If you are wearing glasses and they have the mirror, you can actually see. And we know, Robin and I have talked about this many times, how when we do go out and investigate, our lenses also shows. And sometimes they are right in front and they're not showing themselves. Many times they do this, but even at night, when you do, you will see a lining of them like a mist, just as almost just like as a spirit was walking by. Now, if you out there, and how do you mark your areas? Do you break a branch? Remember, I said I break a branch on my entrance, and then, you know, 20 feet later, I'll do another one. But I don't want to do it high. I do it lower so I know that is mine. And that I felt something. Goodness. So this is why um, you need, document yourself. That's why I wanted to know, how do you all document your stuff? I do. I shorthand everything in my book. Time, what state, what city, and in the map I put the direction and demeanor of numbers, where and how many feet away was I from a certain area study. So, but not everyone does that. Some do. Well, you guys did have some rain. um, right now, people have prayed that the rain, the storms will stop. It has. Now, many people are asking for rain again. California does go certain points. Nevada, the same thing. Um, Arizona, right now it's should be monsoon, but nothing yet. It's still dry. But it's like I had said on my last video, it's or the previous one. There's a heat wave. Things are changing, and right now we have a lot of things that needs to be cleared. I think if people will go by creeks and the little rivers, pull out whatever trash you can see there. I mean, even the sticks that are blocking, if you can pull them out and leave it off on the shore or up by the tree, because that's what makes a dam, and then the water flow can't get through. I know that the Bigfoots do go by the shore and they do move logs to go towards the other, and they'll allow it to go down because that's how they've always done it too, or carry it. But they've seen like the loggers way back like in 1850s doing the same thing, and this is what they do. Dansei, Michelle, how are you? Thank you for joining. I will especially pray for the rain and the drought. There it is. That is wonderful, CP. Yes. I think it's very important that we do give thanks to Mother Earth and our Father, the Creator, who is Jesus Christ. Those who, go into the church, that's fine. If you feel that you need to go and do that and pray, that's fine too. I just say, as you're sitting right here, pray. Something came up, oh, I hope she's well, or I hope their area, their farming, get enough water. That's the same thing what I'm saying. because even their little canals, they have to open up when that water flows and it gets filled the fields, because that's where we get our vegetables or cattle. But many times people don't understand why things are hard times right now. We're not quite yet in hard times. People think we are, not yet. But I will say this, yes, we all do need some water. The rain, we do need. The snow that was up in our mountains up here, they already came, and now our creeks are getting dry. Some of our rivers are very low. And people are going out there and swimming and enjoying themselves on the boats and the rafts. But they also don't realize, too, that if you not wear a safety jacket, the current can take you. Because it might seem smooth, but you don't know the undergrowth. So it's hard sometimes for people to read the water because, well, it looks smooth and you get out there and the current's taking you. But again, we have to be safe. So I did, oh, it went up. Okay. I did want to talk about some other things. I had done making some moccasins, and I have taken a few orders in. And it's going to take me, because I've been trying to do 2. I'm doing 1. Usually it takes me about a couple weeks to do them, but I am like asking, give me a month, and then I can ship them out to people. I understand that people have hard times, and I totally understand that. Hello, Sparky. How are you, my son? I hope you and the family are doing well. I am still having some dream catchers. I did some more meeting. I had family here. We did some praying over the leathers, and we put some stuff together, and I was really happy. Being in the sweat lodge for 3 days is a lot. We take little breaks, come back out, come back in, and doing deep cleansing prayers on me and letting everyone know that I am good. Say, sweetheart, how are you? I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you here, Kitty. Someone had messaged me and said, how come you're not doing your videos? I am. I do shorts too, or I'll post something. I haven't quite. I'm doing me. me. And I wanted to enjoy myself doing something. And I did. I went to bingo. That's what I love to do. I did. I enjoyed it. Speak with some of the American people there. And there was a young lady. We've been talking. And she goes, hey, Bear Claw, you coming? I said, coming where? You know, our thing. I said, you're making it sound so weird. The way with her voice. And I said, yeah, how much is it? What time? And I said, $25. I'll go. I told my husband, I'm going to go hang out with some ladies. Oh, you're going to be good. Get out. You're in my bay. So I did go. I had a wonderful time. And you win some good money too. I won on a pull tab. and it was nice, 250. That was a Popeye, and it was really really good. She had bought 10 pull tabs and gave it to me. Those are for you. You don't have to pay me nothing. No, thank you. And then I returned the favor too, and she won too. There was an instant in the pull tab which was $250. She won that. I said, "See, you gave me luck, I give you luck." And I was there and I was still beading. She says, "You're still beading?" I said, "Yeah, what are you doing?" "I'm making a long choker with some really long earrings for my daughter Audrey." And she says, "Oh, she she likes to wear them at the courthouse." No, it's so when she goes into the woods over the redwoods in um, Oregon. Mama Bear Claw, good for you. Sometimes you have to take a step back. Yes, like I told you too, Robin. Ah, Mama's out for a week. When? Um, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I haven't even been on Facebook yet, so. Now, remember I told you I want to talk to you about some groups. Believe me, I don't like to bash no one, and I'm not bashing no one. Just be careful to the groups you do go in. Doesn't matter if it's a YouTube or chat room. Just be careful because there people can be rude and mischief or trying to hurt people's feelings. So remember, don't take things serious on there, or don't allow the evil tongue to set in your mind. It's not good. So um, I know that difficult times. It's contagion. I did should do. Oh, okay. Um, just that another channel got hold of me and asking me to pray over them because they're feel that they're being attacked, and they only do YouTube. They don't have a chat room or anything. And now that we all gather together to get information, we share the information because this is how we all learn. Yes, some tribals don't like sharing anything, but I fought so I can give and share that information that what is around. Yes, do not get up in the drama. Yeah, no. So when you go in someone's chat room or channels, it's good to okay to watch, but don't allow your mind sink deeply in it because you don't know if they're really saying what is out there. Myself, I had to step back because I was listening to too many people saying that, oh, I did this and no, you didn't. And I'm not going to do that. Never, if someone puts me in the middle, I don't want to speak to you again because I'm not like that. Don't say I said. If you got something to say, like I said before, come to me. You can get a hold of me anyway. Do you want my phone number? I'll give it to you and you can tell me. I've had my phone number for over 40 some years. So, but it's important that, we stay focused. Don't say, Ray, Roger, how are you, sweetheart? Now, like I said, everybody has a channel and everybody wants to share information. And that is wonderful because that's what we need. And, sometimes others don't get it. And they're like, well, can you specify on what or how do you do it? No. Just listen. That's all you got to do is listen. If you have a question and they can answer it, then answer it. But remember, try your best not to get drawn into that drama because that stuff can keep reeling and reeling and reeling you in. And it's like, yeah, I got me one. Let's see what else I can get out of that person. You're going to end up getting yourself sick. So, and then you're going to hear, oh, she said that. No, come on, sweetheart. So just watch what you say and don't go and spread it. But it's better that you just observe. And if you have questions, then ask the question, how can they do this? Or do you know what kind of species that is? Things like that. Oh, thank you, baby. It's good to be back. And I did need this little time with my fellow sisters from different tribes. And knowing that I am still important to them. And they have and believed in me since I was a kid. And Eddie, she's 106. She walks with a cane. She doesn't move fast, but fast enough to get to the car quick. But she made it here, and that is Mama's Rain Feather's oldest sister. She said that she prayed over me. She's also she's a medicine woman, but she has other gifts, and we were trying to do deep prayers, and it was important to have it done. Then we sat down and we spoke about the creatures with Mother Earth, explaining how can we let the Americans know that don't harm them because we've been getting information from other people, the American people. There are other fellows going out there shooting at whatever, and that's not good. What if it's a child or a person in a guinea suit? Because I've seen with my own eyes in the woods that someone acting like they're bush and trying to scare us, or because they're hunting. And when I'll say this, we were on investigation and we were going up to this second tier, and this was just a couple years ago. And he had no orange on him, no vest. He had just camouflage and a guinea suit. And he stood there, and we're coming, and we're like, that bush is moving too much. No, that would not have been a Bigfoot. So we stop, and Mama Rainfeather, John, her son, said, who stands there? Why you hide against the bush? What do you want? Didn't answer. Didn't answer at all. Then we heard a gunshot behind us. I'm like, oh my goodness, don't tell me there are people out here trying to shoot these beautiful creatures. And John's like, something's different with that bush. So as we got closer to it, he just like came up and stood up, whoa, like that. And I was like, you didn't scare me. We've seen you from back there. I go, why are you here? He goes, you guys need to go somewhere else because we're hunting out here. It's not even hunting season. What are you guys doing hunting? And then when he pulled the gun to bring it up, that was a no-no. John got mad, and John punched him. And the gun went off. We were like this way. John's here, and he's here, and John went like this and got him right here, and he went down, and that's when the gun went off. We took the gun from him and his guinea suit, and we tied his wrist, and we went back down. We took him down. And then we seen the ranger that was going down the lower part, and we told him he was up there shooting. So that man got arrested. And then we said we didn't want to go back up because the other people were up there. As we were getting in our car, the ranger had him, and he said, what are you doing up there? We were hunting Bigfoot. My goodness. It saddens me knowing that, people do that. It's not how do you say, a recreation? Is that how you say it? When you're going out there, it's not fun like that, because they're like a person, and people say no, they're bad creatures. If they're not harming you or bringing any harm to you, why is there a reason for you to attack them? There shouldn't be no reason, because they're not doing anything to you. But see, sometimes people I know that want to go out and find them and then try to hurt them. Now, in our old days, in the early 1800s, a lot of our natives, brothers, sisters, relatives have helped the Bigfoots and didn't want to make sure they're taken care of. We trade with knowledge. We trade with what is in the woods. What can a bark do? What can sap do? What leaves can be protein? Because there are a lot of leaves out there that you can boil and you can eat. But again, we have to be cautious. What did I miss? Oh, yeah. I had an auntie that passed too. I'm sorry, Lisa. Yes. Sparky. Uh-oh. Can the canine be a coyote? And does it get um coyotes or wolves can open like plastic with their teeth. They use the teeth, and the bottom part will be their tongue. But mainly, if you're talking about your peanut butter jar, raccoons. Yeah, raccoons. That to me, when I was looking at it, it looked like raccoon. Uh, Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I didn't want to. They're talking about food in the office. My husband and his maintenance guy. Because he asked, I had made pozole, and then yesterday I had made tamale pie. We call it tamale pie, but it's like my husband's family, they call it like a Mexican lasagna, but it's not noodles. It's corn tortillas, ground beef, onions, and cheese. Well, I make mine with onion, cilantro, tomato, ground beef, um, different cheeses, and I do layers of it. And I made a big sheet, and it's about and put in the oven for 45 minutes. I think I might do some cooking on my channel too, instead of just always Bigfoots. But that's my investigation. Oops, excuse me. So, um, let's see. Mm-hmm. Now my husband's craving menudo, and he likes a lot of um, pig's feet. So, and I said I wanted to make beans with ham hocks in it. He's like, no, 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 no. Okay, so maybe this weekend I'll make some menudo, but I will. I was thinking about how certain things, like chicken cornet, or how to make. Many people make their beans different. I put onion, jalapeno in the beans. I wash my beans, pick them out. I wash my meat too. Chicken, whatever we buy from the store or whatever they send to me, I wash it. I've always done that. I remember when I was about 8 years old, Mama said, we're getting some elk meat. Oh, yum, yum. And jerky of it too is, oh, it's fabulous. I wash it and then I pound it. And I'll strip it, put in it like in strips. And then I'll soak it in with some A1 soy sauce, mustard seed, cayenne pepper, salt, fresh garlic that's crushed, and put it in a Ziploc bag, and then to shake it, leave it there for like 20 minutes. And then when I'm ready to take it out, and then I chop it up in small pieces. And then I saute it. Then I'll with some rice, white rice, Spanish rice, or chicken rice. Um, you can make all those with the broth, beef or chicken, tomato sauce, things like that. Oh yeah, about time you showing your cooking face, Tanya. Oh, Mom would put bacon or bacon grease in the beans. Yes, I do the same thing. I still have bear fat. Bear fat can last for years. I still have a full jar of bear fat. I had run out of the other one, and one of my sister, Mama's grandfather's sister, brought me a bigger jar because the bear fat is better than lard or vegetable oil, canola oil, and I still use olive oil. Just 1 second. Yes. Oh, wow. See, this is what I make too. This is called birra. He's Mexican from Mexico. My husband's not. He's from here. But birra is like beef and soaked in the chili. This is how the Mexican people from Mexico do it. And I love onion and cilantro. My husband don't. When I cook it, I take it out. Um, does anybody want to come in and join here on the board? Oops. You made that last night. Okay, Songa. You know, forgive me for taking a bite in front of you all. Oh, he put cheese in it like I do. See, this is shredded meat. Let's see. He's seasoning it. Good. Okay. I'm going to try it. A little dry. It's okay. Not bad. I'll put it to the side. When I make mine, I like to make it little like soupy. You made homemade salsa. Did you chop up the tomatoes, the onions, the jalapenos, the little peppers, and garlic, and cilantro. Or did you grill them and blend them? Or what? Me too. I also. What? My net just went out. So old man fingers punching the phone out. I use enchilada sauce. Oh, I make my sauce. The green, I make the green sauce and the red sauce. I don't really buy canned, but I'll use it if it's like if I got people really coming over, I'll use it. I can. But usually I like to start in during the day to make it. I make salsa with tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, vinegar, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce. That sounds like my um, what is its name? My sister's father's, okay, my stepfather's sister. But he wasn't my daddy. Didn't care for much either. Wasn't a good man. And I have no shame in telling you, yes, I threw a TV at him and I hit him with a bat. Told him to get out of our house. No one lays a finger on my mom. No man should be hitting a woman, or a woman should be hitting a man. You don't do that. Don't leave hands on somebody like that. Go outside. Let it all out. No, no, no. Oh, it smells good, but he used the can. The thing is, when you use cilantro, I don't want my teeth. Okay. No. Okay. Good morning. Hola. JP, how are you? Wow. Oh, I'll make some good salsa. I just, in fact, when I was at bingo, the boys asked, "Can you make some more of that raw salsa, but a little harder?" I said, "Okay, that was kind of creamy, so you want real salsa?" He says, "Yeah, give it a kick." I used 3 different chilies, and with the tamale pie that I have made, and they put it on it. He went like that. He goes, "That's got a big kick to it." I said, "Yeah, it's hot. It's so hot it burned my lip right here because I can't even eat my own chili." I can't. I'll pour some on to make it the meat give a different taste too. But yeah, alrighty. Now again, um, we all need to remember that when we go out in the woods or in your neighborhood, we just all need to actually be kind, enjoy the scenery of Mother Earth, and able to feel relaxed out there because I do. It makes me relax out there. And I enjoy it. Believe me, I really, really do. It's like I was telling someone that when you're out there, you kind of like forget where you're at, where you came from, because the woods give you many different choices of having the feeling. And then when you get like maybe 2 miles in, and you're like, oh, it feels the environment. It feels different. Oh, it feels a little cooler. Now, do you believe that if it's cold, is it a satanga? I mean, a Bigfoot? Sorry, I'm so used to calling them satanga like I know. Or do you think it's a spirit? I cooked my meat with garlic fry and oil with taco seasoning with salt and pepper seeds with meat. Why do you add more seasoning when the taco seasoning has it? You're gonna do you make it more uh, see what you do is you have a crock pot, you can put a roast, beef roast, pork roast, fried tip, put it in there, put onions, garlic, you can put tomatoes sliced up in there, and put a cup of either chicken broth or beef broth. You don't like to taste your food. I taste mine all the time. That's why I don't always eat. But when I am hungry, I will eat, but not so much. See, this was my morning snack. My evening snacks. I don't have any, so I have to go to the store and get some. That's what the wife says. Nobody wants to come up. Is everybody scared now? Okay. Well, now let's talk about some product. The product that I make. I decided that I am not going to make no more creams. So, if somebody orders something, you might get an extra, and it might be cream. And I know there's batches that goes no more what? Cream. Muscle cream. You're so funny. Neuropathy cream. Pain cream. Joint cream. But I think, oh no. They found a kid in the canal. Glad I have lots of save up in then. Oh my gosh. Well, product. Anybody that is wanting to get protect your medicine bag. Friggy, if you still want one, let me know. Usually if I fry steak for myself, I'll eat it with a small bowl of A1 sauce or barbecue sauce to dip. Me too. I do that too. If I want a different flavor. Yeah. But what I really like. Does anybody know what is a sweet potato? I like to make out of the sweet potato. Mashed potato out of it, French fries, and I like to steam it or I like to fry it as a baked potato. Rice, mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. Oh, I bet. Chris gets those mushrooms okay. So please, yams, yeah. Yams with honey, sprinkled brown sugar with marshmallows. I just don't make it for Thanksgiving. I make it for either as like for a dessert or as a side dish. Yes, I use apple vinegar. Chris hates mushrooms. I eat the store bought. Oh, how funny. So again, I'm trying to, I was thinking I need to get some tickets. That's what I want to do. Get some tickets. I want to auction off like say $5 for a ticket, 3 for 15 for one of the drink catchers. It has the family tree in the middle or on the drink catcher itself. And I just put them in the Ziploc bags. I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I have 7 of them. And I have the brown tan ones. I was thinking of those to do $3. And whoever gets, I'm going to figure it out. And I'll post it and see how it goes. And that way, these beautiful drink catchers can go home. I really don't like seeing them in my little basket because they need a home to go to. You have to go to work. I love you, Mama Bitch. Okay. You're doing side job. Who's that? Oh, Audrey said to say hello. Oh, Sparky's coming on. Okay, done say.
Hey, Mama. I'm on my phone, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah? Why? What happened with the computer?
I don't know. The internet went out. I got Skynet, so I don't know.
Huh. Wow. All right,
Usually,
Sandra.
if it goes out, it's like maybe 20 seconds or something like that. It's not bad. But yeah, it went out.
Oh.
So I gotta wait.
And how's the family?
Good. We went out and did some fishing this weekend. Got 14, threw back 6. So yeah, it was a good day.
Good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams. Oh boy, it's 4:00 in the morning over there. In fact, I had gotten a phone call from my grandson. They just came on shore, so he's in Nicaragua. So
Oh wow.
mm, it's over there. It's nighttime right now. The following day. What's today? Monday? It's Tuesday over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just letting me know some stuff. I'm like, okay. So did he say anything about his son or
He didn't. He just said his son had 100 and it was what 113.
the temperature?
Yeah, it was really really high, and so his wife was taking him to the
113?
hospital. I think so. It was like 103 and 113. I can't remember. It was pretty
113.
high. I mean, he's like a kid, so I mean, they do get crazy.
It was
103.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
was gonna say if it's
103.
113, he's gonna be
Yeah,
dead.
that's really high.
Yes. Have a safe and great day, everyone. Things to do. Thank you for joining, CP. Much blessings to you, sweetheart. See you in the chat rooms. Audrey said, hello to everybody. Sangha, I'm gonna whip your butt. Sparky says she says you better behave.
I always behave. Come on. Or kinda, maybe, sometimes.
Yeah. But now everybody, I have a few chokers too that I made. They're green and brown. And we did some beatings, like I said. We put some more smudge kits together. And so, oh, there he goes. Well, at least stopped in. Oh, he got his internet. Yeah, he got his internet back. Can you hear? Now he's got a switch.
I'm back. Oh.
Oh, that's good. Things are good. Things been really, really good. Like I was saying, I want to do like raffle off some of the dream catchers. I was thinking of my drum, but it's still hard for me to let go of it. And I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, I just have to get some tickets, I think, and then that way, and set it up. Because I really don't want them to stay, in the bin. I like to make sure everyone can take it. So, yes, domestic violence is unacceptable. I agree. Men or women should not put no arms on. Well, here it's 72 degrees and it's 11:10 in the morning. We're supposed to be up in the 2 digits. I mean 3 digits.
So, like I told my son is like 6'1" and like 250. He's a big kid. I told him, like, we're talking about women. It's like, you never put your hands on a woman. If they get too froggy, just wrap them up and let them chill out. But if a woman comes at you like a man, then defend yourself like a man. That is the only clause I have ever told him. Because
I tell my kids, do not let no man or woman put hands on you. It is not proper. If they need to do something, go to the gym, work it out, or go outside, go in the garage and scream it out. but
Pretty much.
to
Yeah.
to physically put harm on a person is not in my book.
I'm really glad both and like I told my daughter, it was like nobody should ever put hands on you. I don't give a shit. But
Yeah.
you know, there are also ones that I have raised right to where it's like walk away. It's not worth it. Like unless you
Yeah.
have to, if you're defending somebody else, if it comes to that, then fine. But if it's just ego strutting, all that kind of crap, just walk away. It's not worth it, you know?
Right. You know, alcohol can increase. And I
Oh
said,
yeah.
if that person is belligerent, then, you know, push them away or push her, or, you know, hey, I think you're drunk, you're a little too, you know, allowing it to come up. So back off
And get out of there.
or go to the room.
Yeah.
No, and then when because sometimes, you know, doing under the influence, narcotics or alcohol can trigger other things. And it's at that point, if it's getting out of hand, then you need to address it calmly when that person is sober. And
Yes.
you know, you say, hey, I can't go through this. You know, you don't need this. And you know, you have to think of your job, because some jobs will say, well, you're
Oh yeah.
being violent, and you know, you can lose your career,
And a lot of, you know, like
especially if you're in.
we've had to talk to, or I've had to talk to a lot of families in that during, you know, my law enforcement career. And one of the things is like, guys, is like anything that you're on, your emotions go to the heightened thing. It's like you can't rationally talk to these people at that point because their emotions are controlling everything. You know, it's the best way is to agree with it, do whatever you have to do, remove yourself from the situation and deal with it later. Because it won't end good then
Right.
at all.
Correct. And I totally agree. I will say this. I have quite a few, 4 daughters that but don't take no BS. And one of them kind of like thought he was King Kong, and she says, you come at me one more time, I'm going to flat you down. He says, oh, you're a woman, you don't know nothing. My daughter flat that man down, and they wanted to arrest her. She says, I was defending myself because this first time he did, and I told him to go around and said, if you do it, you're not going to like who I become. My mother taught me how to defend myself.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, it's such a strong, vulgar boy. And she did. She knocked his front tooth. And she says, you want to go more? And then she got him right here.
It's like people talk about like evil. And it's like, it's really out there. Like there are some people that just have an evil nature. And those are the people that do that kind of stuff. I mean, you can't talk to them. You can't reason with them. They just want to hurt people, control people, everything else. And so at that point, yes, you have to respond in kind to get away and get out of there.
Yeah.
That's why all laws have a self-defense rule.
Yep. And I agree on that. But it's like the one gentleman, he walked into the woods and said he was going to let some anger issues out. And I said, good for you. He went out there, and he sure did. Because we heard it down where we were at the campsite. And I'm like, those poor creatures, they're hearing him. I mean, we could hear him not just scream, but he was screaming, yelling, you know, F this, you don't know. And I'm like, is he really doing all that up there?
He just needed to vent a little bit, you know, just get it all out.
Oh, yeah. But then when it came, like, we were at the bonfire at 1:00 in the morning, you can hear like footsteps and tree snaps. And I'm like, they're coming to get you now. I made a joke out of it. He says, no, don't say that. Because I just let it out there. I said, well, that is their home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were having a family gathering there on my husband's side in Thousand Trails. And it was beautiful. But like I was telling my husband, it'd be awesome if we can like have something at the border of California and Nevada and make it up there where we can just come. I mean, we can take the four-wheeler up there. If the car can't, I mean, we can build something down below where to put the truck or the car and then go on the quads up there. I know they don't like it, the noise.
Yeah.
But the golf cart won't make it up there. There's no way it will make it up there. But I mean, it'd be easier instead of walking. I mean,
No, that'd be cool if, like, build a good fire pit, a little lean tube or something like that. Or what
like
are they
what
called?
I have behind me.
Yeah. What are those called? Not yuccas.
They're oh my goodness.
I forgot the name. But those are awesome. They're easy to put up. They actually have good shelter, and they'd probably use it.
This one here in the top has where the pipe for the wood stove.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes up, and then it's shielded and it covers. No rain or nothing can come down. We put these up when we go camping up in the mountains. If there's flat area, we got to make sure there's no sticks, no nothing around. But the thing is too, if you don't put it right into the ground right. Yes.
Oh, the base. Yeah.
Little creatures will come in.
Yeah, they have a lot of those up here for winter shelters for like snowmobilers, hikers, snowshoers, that kind of stuff. So if you get out there and you get trapped, they always have, wood there and those set up. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm trying to look it up. Shelter.
I can't remember how to say in English.
What?
I'm going to do in my phone.
Buddy. Bell tent keeps coming up, and that's not it. Around.
I keep forgetting what do you call them? York.
Is it York?
Yeah, Yurste.
Uke.
No.
Uke. Yes. That's what it is.
I had to type it in my language to come what it is. Because sometimes I'm like, wait, how do you say in English? How do you say in English? Yes. We call them miqua.
Okay.
So
they're great. I mean, you can really insulate those things. They actually come with a kit to just fully insulate it.
Yeah.
And man, do they get warm. Even with
Yes.
just like a little small stove, those things get like
This
rocking
one
hot.
here, this one behind me holds 20.
Hmm.
We put in, if we have it, like we have the one when we go camping, we put the form of bunk beds with slash in. We made them where they can, both sides put in and then cross.
Oh, nice.
So it's easy. And then you just put, my husband says cochon, like a 2-inch foam
Yes.
there. You can lay there. So we make like 6 of them.
Oh,
Going all the way to the door, and then we have the wood stove, and then we plug in the refrigerator into the generator right there. So we have a good size little refrigerator that we put in there for cold things, and then the outside we have the coolers for the soda pops and domestic beer
it's always needed.
and
It's always
wine.
needed. And wine.
Well, I did actually have a beer. I did.
Did you like it? Because you
Yes.
don't drink them very often, like rarely, like super rare.
Mm-mm. It was a lime beer.
A
What
lime
was-
beer.
Yeah, lime. I
Kind of like
think
a
it was-
Corona or something like that?
No,
Sierra Nevada?
no. Let's see. Let me see.
Lime beer.
Here it is. Right? And it was little. It's a little bottle. It's
Okay.
called Bud Light Lime.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah. See? Oh, never mind.
Oh, jeez.
My screen. And
I've had that
I
Bud
mean,
Light. I've never had that Bud Light Lime, though.
yes, it was good. I just added a little bit of salt and it was good. The bottles were, it was small. And my husband said, "Here, have another one." I'm like, no. This is enough. As you tell, I was taking an hour to drink it. And he was like, "Well, you want a glass of wine?" Because Eddie, Mama Rainfeather's sister, she drinks red wine. Yeah, 104. I'm like, you're still drinking? She says, "Hey, yeah."
That's why
She's
she's
a-
104.
She says, "Ako na ne gusto ko ba?" I said, "La la la la." So that's how it sounded, and she started laughing, and so. But we were reminiscing about my mom and Mama Rainfeather, how they were both. If my mom was alive until she had passed with Mama Rainfeather, my mom is, what did they say? Let's see.
My great grandmother drank one glass. She didn't drink at all, really.
Yeah.
But every night she would have one glass of red wine. And it was because, the thought was because it actually helps you there's a couple things in red wine that's supposed to actually help you, especially with like memory and that kind of stuff. And she swore on it. And she was what, 90, 99, 98? My great grandfather died, and she was in perfect health and died a week later. Just like, yeah, I'm not going to be here without him, kind of thing. She was
That's
very
like the
frail.
couple.
Yeah, she was a frail lady, but man, it was like she could move around and get stuff done. But yeah, as soon as my grandpa died,
Yeah.
he was like, I'm done.
The couple that I talked about earlier, the husband was sick. He had they thought that he was having a heart attack. So the ambulance went, and she went with the daughter to the hospital, and they called me and said, hey, you know, they're really sick. And the wife did not want to leave her husband. So when she found out that he passed, 4 days later, she passed.
Yeah.
So that's like, even like with my own uncle, my Aunt Libby had passed a year later. My uncle started deteriorating slowly. And I said, you want to go, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
I said, then go. Go in your sleep.
That's dying of a broken heart.
Yes.
Right
there. The dog Noodles, which is a Winnie dog. That was his companion too. Noodles died Friday. My uncle died Saturday. So he went up to go meet her, and then he went. And then I was talking to my cousins. I says, well, what are you going to do? And they said, well, you need to take Aunt Lecha take care of her with you. I said, what do you mean? I go, you guys wanted to take care of this, and then you're asking me all this information about your own dad. They didn't know where he was born, how to get a birth certificate, and all that. And I'm like, he's your dad. You don't know what to do? Well, you always did the ceremonies. I'd be honored to do the ceremony, but I need a death certificate. I still have to sign.
Yeah.
My signature needs to be, and my stamp. And then they're like, well, you know, we don't know. I'm like, look, it's easy. The insurance pays for he had insurance. We don't know where the papers are. Oh, goodness.
Oh, good Lord.
I said, okay, well, that's all on you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, Uncle. But
that happened a lot with older folks because they did so much of their own stuff and never taught their kids or showed them, like, you know, their office where they held all the papers, everything else. So when they passed, they were like, I don't know if they have a will. I don't know their insurance. I don't know any of the payments for the house, the credit cards, the car, nothing, you know?
Lisa, he drink chilada. Those are called red dogs. I like those. Those are what, if I really want to have it, I will have a red dog.
Those give me heartburn so bad.
Well, then don't put so much.
It's like the tomato juice just goes, oh, God.
Yeah. So acidity is what bothers you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have acid reflux.
Really bad. So like when I do sauces, I really cook it down. I put a hair of sugar in it to cut the acid. Or if we have something with lime,
white sugar or brown sugar?
I usually use white sugar. My daughter said she's a baker, it was a crazy, it's not from Hawaii, but it's a pastry sugar. It's like really big.
Yeah.
It's almost a yellowish color or tannish color. That stuff works amazing because it doesn't have like the super sweet. It's more mellow in sauces.
See, that's what I put in when I make mole, my enchilada sauce or chicken mole, I use a little bit of brown sugar. You can do light or brown. I do dark brown. And I put half a teaspoon on the bottom, or maybe a teaspoon of either bear fat or vegetable oil. And then I've got the flour and chili powder, garlic, bouillon, and then I mix, and then I put a little bit of water until it gets thick and it's bubbling. Then I do it again. Like I said, I think I'm going to do a couple of cooking shows.
You should, yeah, definitely. We use a lot of vegetable oil, olive oil, and then I since we cut our own meat, I use all the fat from the beef we get, and I render it down, and so we use that, and then bacon fat, and then when we get deer and elk.
Where do you get your beef? From your own or?
No, I actually go. It's actually a restaurant supply store, so I buy the whole quarters, and then we butcher it ourselves. So we can get the steaks we want, we can get the stew meat we want, and like my wife likes to do. What's it called? It's like a steak sandwich, but it's in tacos. That's really, really thin meat. So I can cut up a whole bunch of that stuff for her because you can't buy that, and most butchers don't want to do it. It's
We
fajitas
used
or
to go to over here in Linden. There, it's like 50 miles from here,
ew.
just to go get bulk meat. You tell them, I hear I want this beef or tri-tip, and make it into ground beef, or and he would have a package ready for us, but they closed down. And I used to able, because I don't have a machine no more. My machine broke. It died. 30 years, it just decided to go.
It's like I'm done. Tri-tip is like my favorite cut because like you can take tri-tip, you can make steaks out of it, you can make stew meat out of it, you can grind all your cutoffs for hamburger because it's such a good hunk of meat because it has just enough fat. You know,
it's tender, it's very juicy, and it's not hard. It doesn't dry out your when the taste after you get it doesn't dry it out. But
those are like their meat well done. Tri-tip. If you like it well done, it'll be moist.
Beet juice and beer. Yeah,
that's hair of the dog, right?
We still call that a dog. What did I say? Dog beer? No.
Red dog?
Red dog. Red dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Washington, we called that's a morning like you drank too much the night before, so you just get a beer and V8. It's called hair of the dog. You put a tobacco in it, and a little salt, and
yeah, I have when I have a bunch of tomatoes, I'll blend it, and then I'll put fresh garlic, chopped up celery, and even the little stems with the leaves. I do it all, and then I blend it, and then that's my son's favorite, Red Dog. He says, "What do you think? Did you get Bush? Did you get Budweiser?" Or I said, "No, I got Bush because that's what they drink out in Minnesota."
Yeah,
Light Bush. So, and it's a cheap beer, and he's used to that. But when he drinks a Corona or is it Corona or Modelo, he's like, "Oh, whoa." A
Modelo's are good.
I drink one. I have to have a lemon with it. I mean,
yeah. They don't have a lot of flavor, so I could see that. You know,
because when my husband gave me one, and my niece goes, "Here, Auntie, drink it." I'm like, I'm not a drinker. Well, you need to chill and relax. Here, drink this. And I said, she put in a glass for me, a cold glass, and I took a sip. My husband said, "Why'd you make a face like that?" I go, "It's strong. I need some lemon or something." She goes, "Well, I don't have fresh lemon. I have lemon juice." I'm like, oh, okay.
I'll get you a Rasputin. That is I think it's 12% alcohol. It's a strong one, but it's so dark it looks like molasses. It's a meal. It's a meal.
That sounds like what's the deer alcohol, the shot?
Oh,
it's a green bottle.
What is that? I know what you're talking about. It has a deer on the front.
Yeah.
Is that Jaeger?
Yes.
Jaeger. Yeah, that
You know,
no,
I was
that's
like, they here taste this. I said, what is this? Why is it in a shot glass? I don't want to do no shots. Why it? It smells like black licorice. I don't like it. I use dill in the black licorice. I mean, there is a plant of it, and I'll use it with my herbs and stuff. But because I taste each leaf that when I'm making my herbs together, no matter if I'm making medicine or even if it's for cooking. I taste everything. And I did not like that. I said, this Jaeger Monster tastes like poop. And that's what I think of black licorice. No offense on people with black licorice now. But
I don't like it either. I don't like it either. There's something about that. Red licorice, I'm fine with, but not black.
Yeah. I was like, I'll take a Butterfinger instead. I know when I was in Michigan, Sangha and Alicia, they made sure I had Butterfingers, and they would get 3. And I said, "Oh, here's some." No, Mom, I got it. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like a little kid. Oh, I'm getting candy. And then I'm like, I realized I ate all 3 of her, and it's not even night yet. And she's like, "You ate it all?" I said, "It's my favorite candy." You're not a diabetic? Nope. Knock on
Every
wood.
Halloween, my wife gets the little bags, and she makes sure she gets the ones with the Butterfingers, and because like I'll just pick through the whole bag and get all the Butterfingers.
What I do here is we buy like the 500 of assorted chocolates, and then I'll get like butterscotch, taffy, and I put little Ziploc bags together, about 45. And I hand them out to our residents, for all the kids.
Oh, nice.
And then I put like little cards like this.
Oh, that's cool.
And I will say, trick or treat. Here's a candy from management. And I don't know what I was thinking. I put Mama Bear Claw, and they don't know me as Mama Bear Claw. They know me as Ramona. And I said, "Oh, darn it, I put Mama Bear Claw." And he said, "That's okay, just put it in because the kids are going to be coming." I'm like, "Oh, I see the bus." Now, we're thinking about putting, like how the bus stops have a little canopy or to cover for the kids when it rains. Because we get flooded in the front, and we want to get something that's about maybe a step high so the water doesn't get in. But we don't know. So, but the owner is supposed to be here tomorrow, and we're going to try to talk to them about that. And then we're going to do Halloween candy, which I've already been ordering. So I told my husband, I said, well, from the last orders that I had, I went ahead and ordered some candy and stuff. He goes, "You're using your money all the time for whatever." I said, "It's going for a good cause." And some of the children's parents here don't believe in Halloween or Christmas or Thanksgiving, but we do. We want every family to feel loved, and we put boxes of cans, rice, beans. I will go get the small carton of milk, put it in there too and cereals. I mean, I have a pantry I always like to keep stocked. And even with toilet paper
And that's, kids, like on holidays, sometimes parents don't want to do anything for it, but the kids talk, and they're like, the kids come in like, we had this big, banquet of meal, or I got presents, or I got candy. And it's hard for kids that don't get that. Well,
like I was saying, there's some parents here that are Jehovah's Witness. And believe me, I'm not marking no churches, like I said before.
Right.
So when I do give them like little gifts, I tell them, these are just little special gifts for you. And the
Mhm.
mother says, well, I said, I know, but I didn't want them to feel left out. And they need to be, she goes, well, I thank you for that. And she says, well, birthdays, we don't do birthdays. And I says, well, I understand that too. But if someone else gives a gift with a little cake, please don't be upset. And she says, no. She told me she couldn't afford it at times. And I understand that. I go,
Yeah.
I've been there before, believe me. And she says, she works seasonal at the cannery. And I said, I understand that too. So if there's something that my husband and I can help you with, please don't hesitate to ask. Well, she had called me at 2:00 in the morning one time, and she says, I think I'm in labor. And then there I go. I get my little nursing kit and make sure I got plenty of gloves. And then I walk back to the back of the park, and I'm like, I knock on the door, and the little girl lets me in. And she says, it's Mama Bear Claw. It's Mama Bear. And she was the one I put Mama Bear on.
That's
And
awesome.
then her mom was laying in the bed, and I said, okay, I got to check you. That's fine. So gloved up, lubed up, checked her, and I told her she was at 6 a.m. You can have the ambulance come for you. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I said, why? And then she told me, and I said, okay, but you still have to go because I can't do everything. Your placenta and everything has to come.
Yeah.
And she says, and I said, I'll go with you, okay? So I
And it's a
delivered the
lot.
baby.
That's a lot when, if you're not prepared for it, that's a lot.
I delivered the baby, and then we drove, my husband, and he kept the little girl and the little boy, and he dropped us off, and I stayed with her that whole time. And I said, she's in there, mommy. I just delivered the baby. And I said, okay. Oh, are you midwife? I said, yeah, kind of.
Nurse, midwife,
She said, okay. So we went up to the nursing area and got her in. And I said, don't worry. I fill out the papers. And then I talked to this other lady. She spoke Spanish, and I said, she speaks only Spanish. So you might have to help her. And she says, does she have insurance? I said, no. That's why she was scared. So the lady said, I'll get her Medi-Cal. I said, are you able to do that through the emergency room? We can for certain things. I said, please do it. If you have anything that I need to do. She helped her get Medi-Cal. And then
because they can turn that over, and so they have a cost fund just for people like that. And then anything left over, they can do payments for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
She says that she has her visa and residency here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay. And I go, why are you scared? Because ICE is around. And I said, well, how long have you been here? She goes, since I was 8. I said, okay, and you have kids here, right? She said, yes. I said, then I don't think there will be a problem. She's renewed her visa every time it has to for residency. Mm-hmm. And the person that sponsored her had passed away already. So I said, okay, are you default on it? Or it's just, I don't think so. So me being the attorney for the tribal, and I stick my butt in it and draw up some papers, and we are now her sponsors.
Oh, that's cool.
So my husband said, you went and did this without talking to me. I said, well, do you mind? This lady
she should be able to get like citizenship if she's been here that long and is kept up on her visa and has kids here and is married in here. It's still, I mean, those go through faster than most. Like I have a guy from Canada who he's a veteran from Canada, and he spent, what was it, $13,000 trying to get residency here, and is still going through the visa thing. Like, it's crazy.
Well, we already went through our first phase, and I'm trying to help her get her citizenship, but they needed that sponsor. So we had to put a $10,000 bond.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I looked at my husband and I said, well, this is the next step for her to have a life here. She works really hard at the canneries, and she's been doing housekeeping as a second job, and she's never been late on her rent. And here in the park, it's your rent space plus all your electricity, water, garbage. So it comes up to about maybe $950. So she's come
That's not bad
every time
at all.
Yeah, some of them are like some of their spaces are like $525. They've never had their rent space go up. But I did put the bond on her. I have already started to get her. I go, you have to attend to these classes. And I go, if you don't have a sitter, I'll help you watch your kids while you go. And then she's
because you got to go through the classes, you got to do the test, and then
I've been helping her, telling her, the questions that they ask. I already know what they ask because I did this for one of my goddaughters. And she's like, why do you do this? I said, because I believe in people having a life. And she says, your husband, you both speak Spanish, but not like correctly, like us. We're slang. We're not, I'm
right.
I can speak some, I understand it. I can't speak a lot of it. But my husband too, they tell him and they said, no, we understand what you're saying and we truly appreciate it. And they like seen a van come in and they're like, oh, is this ice? I go, I don't know. But a lot of them here have paid their visas, and some have a lot of children here, and they had been here for like 20 years. And I said, but then don't get worried. Oh, you don't know. I said, well, I don't, but.
And that's the difference of like, you have families that come up because they want the American dream. They want to get out of a situation they're at. They want to go to a better place. They want to be able to give their kids and their family a better living environment, and education and all that kind of stuff. And those are the ones that, it's kind of like, because I've dealt with a lot of them, and you just kind of like, you need to get through the process. Don't be scared about it. It's like, go in, get a green card, get your visa, whatever you need right now, and start going through the process, because it's not fast. And at some point, if you don't, it's not good, because you're here for the good reason. The other ones that come up, I don't give a shit about them. I deport, those guys in a heartbeat.
There's some that not here. I know there's some like in town that came through Mexico, to Arizona, to California, and taking chances. Well, that's where you get scared because, if you do something wrong, or if you don't have a license with your name on it or documents, you'll get shit back. And there was
especially
one
like California, like if you don't have insurance, you don't have a license, you can't get a tab for your car, so you're driving on a car illegally, which is one stop, and then you're going, oh god.
Yep. And then once you're into the jail, and then from the jail they transfer you back. And that's why she was scared, and when she told me that the one that had sponsored her had passed, and I said, but everything was still up to date. So, but again, everyone is just trying to live a life, and have goodness in them. Even the children and her that when they see my shirt that says Bigfoot on it, and she goes, "Oh, those are those giants that live in the woods." I said,
Yeah.
yeah. And she says, her son is like, "Oh, those Bigfoots, those are the apes." I'm like, "No, those are not like the ones at the zoo."
Mm-mm.
And he's like, "Well, our teacher says yes." And I'm like, "No, no, no."
Buddy.
So, um, at times, people will ask too, "Oh, um, is there, Bigfoots around, or
Tornado went by.
a tornado went by?" He said he went like this, and the tornado went by. So, yeah, I mean, this is me. I do have a big heart, and I do try to help people. And yes, and even when they order something, I give a little extra more. So, but I am going to come to a close because I'm going to eat this taco, and my husband is waiting for the other ones too, so we can eat together. We try to wait for each other to eat, and he's like, already told me, "You need to eat this," because I don't eat much. But like Sangha told me, "Mom, you need to eat, not just taste here and there, and you get full." No, I know I do need to eat, but everyone, please, please, like I said, be careful what you see and hear in the chat rooms or other channels. And I know a lot of people go to other chat rooms and stuff, and that's fine. That's okay with me, and I'm sure it's okay with Sparky here.
Oh yeah.
If you have questions, ask, and that's fine. And if you have pictures you want to share, then ask, "What do you think of this?" Or, but don't let the wildness come and fog your mind.
I think that's the
Because
big one because there's so much you can get. People get unknowingly pulled into drama where they're forced to listen to something and pick a side. Don't do it. Just don't.
that's what I said. Don't be the middle person. Don't, encourage this person because of that person. No, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Just, at the time. But
And I'll be honest. I have a lot of people that a couple of them just don't like each other at all. Like
Yeah.
at all. But we have a good relationship. They respect me enough to say, okay, if I'm talking to Sparky, I'm not going to talk about that one other guy because I'm friends with him too, So
don't
yeah,
put someone in the middle of it, and I don't like that. And because I can feel that, someone was trying to put me in the middle. I'm like, no, because you're mad at that person, or because I don't care to speak to that person. Don't force me. I don't care to be in the middle, or you shouldn't do that.
the
But
biggest
again,
advice I could give to like everybody listening is like if you're in that kind of situation where you're friends with two people and they're trying to put you in the middle, they're not respecting you because nobody should put you in that situation. So just remember that if you get in that, realize that they don't respect you enough as a friend to honor your friendship with other people.
Yeah. Oh, Lisa, that smells good. I can imagine stew meat, gravy, with rice, corn in a cob, or corn and green meat. Oh, with some garlic in it. Yes, that sounds good. Fish sandwich, I had that a couple of days ago. And when I eat fish sandwich, that usually means that my mom's coming around me. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I notice that every time I do that. Well, everyone, you can get a hold of me on my Gmail. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. If you care for anything, any native jewelry, native stuff I've made, I am thinking about some kind of raffle with the dream catchers, and I'll try to put one up. I have to think how I want to do this. So that way these beautiful dream catchers can go to someone. Okay. So therefore, I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. This is Sparky to my right. And everyone, please have a blissful afternoon. Love y'all. May God be with you all. Hi, hi.